This is Byron Lazine and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 234 of The Real Word.
Word is up.
Back in person.
Back here.
A lot of rave reviews off the solo show last week.
Of course.
By the way.
I think that's great. Because I swear when you were done, you texted me, you said it was the worst podcast.
Do you have proof of that?
I do. You want me to show you?
Yeah, you've got it? You didn't delete that?
No, I don't delete anything.
Well, I don't think I said that. The worst podcast ever? Throw me a thumbs up right now if you're on YouTube and you enjoyed the solo pod last week.
So it's so pretty much they're saying we hate you, Nicole. Is that what it is?
Or just throw me the thumbs up if you're glad Nicole's back. I'm glad you're back. I said it at the end of the show. If you watched it, I said, it's not the same doing it without you. So I'm glad you're back.
I said, how you feeling after it? Yeah, and you said feeling better.
I had 100-degree temp on top of it.
Real Word was the worst in 233 episodes.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't even respond to that. Like, how do you even respond to that?
Throw me a thumbs up if you're glad Nicole is back. I'm glad. And by the way,
yes,
our third segment.
Ooh, it's finally here.
It's ready to go. We've been talking about it. We got rid of the Marketeer of the Week. If you want the marketing content, Eric's been dropping some gems, by the way, on the YouTube channel of just like straight marketing tips on Monday. And of course, they've got the Overask podcast.
I saw his yesterday about personal accounts and then business accounts. You need two.
No, you don't need to.
I said, do you need to?
Gotcha.
Yes.
And so obviously Overask, they do a lot of marketing, and congratulations to them. The scam was in. They got the award from Inman.
It sounds like they went out and really whooped it up afterwards at some really great restaurants.
They are the Inman Innovator.
So excited to hear that for them.
Winners. Congratulations.
Hopefully they got food poisoning
podcast on the Inman Innovator Award. And by the way, they didn't, when we were we're two-time nominees, by the way.
I know.
When we got nominated in 2019, we were the first runner-up. They didn't do any runner-ups this year. So anyways.
Oh, good. Ooh. They were trying to give us out a trophy.
I don't know.
Anyways. They know you well enough that they got to give you something.
They gave us nothing. So.
Well.
We've got 2 rackets, as always. And if you're brand new to the show, by the way, our rackets are, hey, this is a racket in real estate. We're gonna say racket or not. That's just kind of our spin on segments. And then this third segment, totally new, replacing the Marketeer. It's got a great name. It's a great segment.
He came up with it.
Explain it at the end of the pod. All right.
At the end?
Yeah. We'll explain it as we get into it.
Is that how you're keeping them on like the hook here?
You're on the hook.
They gotta struggle through the rackets.
No, well, you can go 2x speed if you'd like, but
2x. They can still hear you then.
But I prefer you to listen
8X.
Listen all the way through,
please,
for the algorithm. All right, racket number 1, a large racket,
huge racket
in the past week. Opendoor, just less than a week ago, they were fined $62 million. I covered it on the last Real Word by the FTC. In less than a week from that point, they partner with Zillow. So Zillow back into iBuying. Zillow, shuttered their iBuying a year ago.
Yep.
Now there's a huge partnership. So here is the story behind the deep integration. On a call with analysts Thursday, Zillow CEO Rich Barton reportedly said this isn't just a lead-in distribution deal. This is going to be that deep integration.
I like the word deep.
Yeah, I like it too. He goes on to say that everything they learned in the previous iBuying stint would be valuable lessons they can bring to this partnership, the partnership of Opendoor and Zillow.
Yep.
Zillow's goal is not merely to earn a referral fee from Opendoor, but to provide the consumer with additional services like mortgages, closing services, and a connection to their premier agents. If you listen to these, and we always put all the articles in the show notes. This is a BAM article. If you listen to these, financial quarterly reviews from Zillow, they're talking, the last 3, I'd say, they're talking a lot about mortgages. So that's going to be, if you're a Zillow Premier agent, that's going to be a big emphasis. And they've obviously made that a big emphasis when they made the deal with Opendoor. Hey, Opendoor, we want to sell mortgages.
Right.
So help us sell mortgage. Right. And Opendoor obviously agreed to that. Jeffrey Waxman, Zillow Chief Operating Officer. We know the choice is important for customers, and they can make the best decision when they see all of their selling options up front. So it's like use an agent.
Yep. We've been saying this for too many
We like the options.
We
by the
love
way.
the options.
We love the options.
We've even been trying to tell you agents that you provide the option.
Right. You
give the offer.
And there's a lot of agents in like Arizona that are doing
you go onto
that.
Zillow and do, yes.
Yeah, when it was Zillow offers.
Yes,
here's
when it was
Zillow offer.
Yep.
Here's Opendoor. Here's my offer.
And then here's the market. Here's the market.
And here's
value.
how my offer can be better. Now we know that the agent's offer has been better than Opendoor's because Opendoor was fined $62 million for deceiving customers. So we know that to be true. 92% of people use an agent. Okay. Now Zillow is going to be presenting this Opendoor offer, right? And so this exclusive partnership will pair Zillow's audience and brand power with Opendoor's selling solution, one easy place so customers can evaluate their selling options easily packaged, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I agree with what Jeffrey Waxman, the COO for Zillow, said that Zillow's got the audience. Mm-hmm. They've got the brand power.
Yep.
And you know what else they have? They do have a healthy relationship with their Zillow Premier agents.
Of course.
And these are three things that Opendoor never decided to build upon. Opendoor came out guns a-blazing. We hate agents. You don't need them. It was in their marketing materials. Yeah. You don't need an agent anymore. We're here to save the day. In fact, people that would invest in Opendoor, they would call them a market maker, Nicole, meaning they're going to make a new market.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. They're less than 1% market share. This is just classic house flipping that looks different. That's got some tech behind it. And house flipping has never been 100% market share. And it, by the way, never will be. I think like Mike Del Prete it does a lot of Inman content. Ivy Zellman, a lot of these analysts would tell you this is going to be a slice of the pie,
of course, but
a small slice. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so it's smart for Opendoor, whose stock has completely tanked. And if you look at the article, you can see how much their stock has tanked.
Yep.
Even going up over 20% on Friday when this deal was announced, the stock is still down over 60% over the last year. So Opendoor was like in a spot where it's like, ooh, are we going to make it through this shifting market? We need to do something.
Yep.
They did it.
They did it.
Good deal for Opendoor for sure.
A great deal for Opendoor, yeah.
Is this a good deal for Zillow, who's already highly debated by agents, to go make a deal with the devil?
Yeah. I think at the end, I think that it was a good deal for both. I do. I think that, obviously Zillow had to shut their doors for a reason. I think that they're good at what they're doing. And we're clearly not good at the iBuying. So here's a company. And
they don't have to own the property.
They don't have to own anything. They don't have to necessarily invest in anything. They have a whole other division now pretty much running it because they're not even getting rid of it, sounds like. And again, I'm only going off of this article. It doesn't even sound like they're getting rid of the Opendoor name. So you're
separate company partnership. Yep. They didn't buy Opendoor.
Right. So you're getting, so again, like it's still not even entirely Zillow's ownership of that process. So I think it was a great marriage. I do. I think it was a good marriage.
I think Zillow, rather, because they have such a big relationship with agents, they'll need to do a good job over communicating to like Zillow, their partners, their agent partners, for example, on this partnership. They should do a great job over communicating what the benefits are for their partners and maybe what this partnership means and how Opendoor is seeing the future and how Opendoor maybe sees agents in the future. And maybe Zillow can help Opendoor
for sure
with their image.
I think they can certainly help with that, but I do think that what an incredible opportunity too to now start providing their Zillow agent partners with seller leads,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been feeding buyer leads, but now again, I'm actually going on Zillow, seeing that I have this opportunity to go on Opendoor to get an offer. Mm-hmm. And again, Zillow would be silly to not sort of take it a step further and be like, do you want to talk to an agent
one
about
of our Zillow partner agents? And
right.
So, and
so now they're actually cause that's always the struggle, right? Is coming up with seller leads. Here's a perfect opportunity.
And Zillow offers was based on them trying to get seller leads for their partners, as well as, being in this market maker category.
Yeah.
But now they do have a real chance to not own the houses and provide seller leads to agents. If you're an agent right now, would you want some of these leads? Love to know in the comments. Would you want some of these listing leads? Listings are what everybody wants. And Zillow has yet, in their decades of operating, been able to really figure out how to generate listing
and
leads.
again, I mean, you talk to Zillow every week, or right, every couple weeks.
Every couple weeks. Love. Shout out to Dave. Love you, brother.
The amount of leads that are now coming in have dressed, so they do need to get a little bit more creative with coming up with leads.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, even their buyer leads have now declined. All right, racket number 2, CNBC. Consumer confidence in the housing market hits the lowest point in over a decade.
I feel like I've read this headline every month for the last 4 months.
Consumer confidence in the housing market dropped to the lowest level since 2011, as both prospective buyers and sellers have become more pessimistic. Just 17% of those surveyed, Nicole, in July said now is a good time to buy a home. 17% of people believe right now is a good time to buy a home, down from 20% in June. This is according to this monthly survey by Fannie Mae. Even more telling, however, is that the share of sellers who think it's a good time to list their homes dropped to 67% in July from 76% 2 months prior. So more people confident in selling than buying. It's interesting because with the market shift, and more options coming on the market in some areas, not in our area, we talked about that, but in some areas you're seeing inventory rise. You would think maybe buyers are getting more optimistic, but you're actually seeing buyers become more pessimistic. Your takeaways from that?
I mean, I I feel like we've been talking about this for months, though. I mean, of course, they're feeling a little pessimistic, I mean, with the rates and all. But again, I really, unfortunately, think it's still very much dependent on location. I think in this situation, a lot of them are feeling pessimistic, especially in our area, because there's still no inventory. I mean, and some of these people have been looking for years. So I think it's exhaustion.
And when we asked, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, we said, hey, in the comments, are you seeing more inventory, less inventory? Because this is what we're seeing. This is the MLS we have access to. We're actually seing less inventory.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of agents that said, I am seeing an uptick in inventory. So I think, we may be in a unique market. Let's get the 2-week update. What are you seeing in the comments? Yeah. Are you seeing more or less inventory?
It is the dog days of summer too. So, I feel like it's.
Yeah. This time last year. So let's say August of, 21 compared to now, more or less homes in the market, more or less new listings coming on the market. To your point, August, do a lot of people want to list in August? I don't know.
It's kind of like June, I know we always argue about June, but again, the schools are starting. I mean, I know it's always sort of like a stupid excuse, but like schools are starting, people are starting to shift. Again, if you haven't moved before school starts, you're kind of shit out of luck at this point anyway.
If you have kids in school.
If that's the goal,
yeah.
If that's the goal. Yeah. I mean, and then again, but I love the fall market. I mean, we've always talked about the fall market is, especially where we are. I mean, it's always just as good as the spring market. So again, I'm not overly surprised about the decline in everybody's sort of confidence level, because I think even agents are feeling a little pooped too.
But I'd use this: consumer confidence in the housing market hits lowest point in over a decade. If I'm an agent, here's what I'm doing. I'm clipping out this CNBC headline. The consumer confidence is down to the lowest point in over a decade. And I'm promoting a seminar live at my office on why this creates opportunity for you in our local market. And here's some investment opportunities. Here's how to invest in real estate.
Right.
Here's how you get funding to invest. Here's how you can take advantage of this time right now and just start educating people on a positive note, because they're seeing these headlines and you need to be the voice of reason in your community and tell them what the opportunities are for them. So I'd use that, do a seminar.
If I had my little bomb here,
get some people in.
I'd drop it.
Where's the bomb, Bobby?
It's fine. I'll just drop a pretend one.
We are about to drop a huge bomb on you.
You can't
with the
wait.
new segment. I love this new segment. Before we do that,
please
make sure you join us later this month in Dallas. Nicole will be there. I won't be there. I won't be rocking it solo. No. And we're actually giving away 2 free tickets to the Tom Ferry Summit later this month in Dallas. So if you're thinking, should I go to the summit? I want to go see Tom. I want to see
Nicole White. Yeah.
Then you should just hit the link below and get your chance of winning 2 free tickets from BAM. And also with that win, you are getting into the BAM Bash Tuesday night, 6 to 9.
BAM Bash.
Only 150 people
Super creative.
are going to be
How many?
Able to go 150.
Oh, you have a cap?
That's
Limit?
That's a cap. That's the
Are
limit.
you providing food and drink, or is
There's
it a
food,
cash bar?
There's drink. There's
free
music.
Food and free drink?
There is definitely free food. I believe there's free drinks.
Wow, look at you guys. You got quite a budget on this.
I think it depends on how much people drink, maybe. I don't know. But there will be food.
I know how much
there will
Eric
be drink.
drinks, so.
There will be 2 free spots for whoever wins.
What's the cost to get in if you were to buy a ticket? Do you have any tickets left?
There is a very limited. This might be your best opportunity to get in.
I know, but what's the cost? So like 2 free tickets. Like if they're like $20, I'm like, yeah.
$5 million.
$5 million a ticket.
Tickets, all right. The point is, there's over 500 people that want to be in this party.
Yeah.
Only 150 people are getting in.
Yep.
If you win these 2 free tickets to Tom Ferry Summit, you've
You're
secured
in.
your spot into the BAM Bash. So Nicole will be there. I'll be there.
Be there.
Eric will be stumbling around. Plenty of other people that are going to be there. So Tom, I think, is going to stop by, and
of course
you want to be there. All right.
Of course, Tom's coming by.
We are announcing winners. You need to be, first of all, you need to be subscribed to the Broke Agent Media YouTube.
If you're not subscribed, you don't get to win.
You don't get to win. So you hit the link, and it says that in the link, and everything that you need to know is in the link. All right. Number nothing.
Number nothing. We're here.
Let's go. We are
the
here.
Third
Finally.
segment.
I mean, Bobby distracted me with a nonsense. When do we? If you win, you're gonna find out. All right. Hit the link below.
Hit the link.
All right. The new segment. This is going to be the.
Did you think of this in the shower?
I've had this. I said it last week on the show. I had it all planned out. I had it written out in my journal. I've been thinking about this. I've been strategizing.
The name was in the
the name is in the journal.
Mm-hmm.
I love the name of the segment. Mm-hmm. Nicole said, "Oh, what did you say? Oh Lord."
I'm pretty certain I said, "Oh boy."
Oh boy. I never knew you to be that religious. So, oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Maybe not. Okay. We teased it out a few weeks ago when we ended the Marketeer of the Week, and we said
this has been a few weeks building up.
Yeah, we are going to have a final segment on the real word that involves. You used the P word, I think.
No, we don't ever use the P word.
But we are going to use the P word. We're
Byron's
not shying away from it.
I'm not using the P word.
I said it on the walkthrough. I said number one right now, especially going into midterm elections.
Well, today
Nicole,
locally is.
Oh, that's right.
Be,
some places locally.
Yes.
Today may be a primary vote.
It is a primary vote today.
It could be locally in your market. Yes or no? Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways, midterm elections in November. There's going to be a lot of attention around politics in your local community, whether they're local, whether they're more national, whatever, right? And it's just a hot time for this. One, just a little side tip. If I'm a marketer, I might be thinking about running ads on political talk radio in my local community because more listeners go up this time of year as we get closer to elections. So you want to market to where the audience is. Running ads on political talk radio is a good idea. Side note. Anyways.
Side note.
New segment. Here it is. Left, middle, right is the name of the segment. These are the headlines in politics real estate entrepreneurs and agents need to know. It's called left, middle, right.
Left, middle, right.
We are not taking a position left. We are not taking a position right. We are not taking a position middle. We are taking no position. Nicole is going to provide the hottest headlines.
I'm providing
in politics.
Just the headlines.
And any color you'd like to add.
Maybe.
And I'm just going to give you quick hot takes on
this segment is strictly for Byron.
Or potentially why not. As an agent, you need to know about the details in said story. So it could be 2 articles a week, could be 4, could be
This week is 4.
Let's get it going. This is a rapid fire segment. Left, middle, right. Nicole, kick off the first ever.
All right, the first
left, middle,
headline.
Right.
The Inflation Reduction Act unleashes a tougher IRS. This is
that's
Forbes
from
magazine.
So the Inflation Reduction Act, also considered the Climate Change Savior Act. I think it's $700+ billion. So we are again printing a whole bunch of money that I was unaware that we had, but that's not somewhere in this bill, which it's like bunch of great stuff for climate, bunch of, all these different things. Okay. At the very bottom, any article you read, and if you go to the Forbes article, it's at the very bottom. There is this tax section of the bill.
Yep.
And in this, they are putting $80 billion, so about 10% of the bill, over to the IRS. And the IRS with that money is going to hire 87,000 new employees. Why should real estate agents and entrepreneurs know this? 87,000 IRS agents. Listen, if you're listening to this show, you're probably a top 20% agent, which means you're doing 80 or 90% of the business, which means you're actually making some money. You're a small business owner. This bill is targeting small business owners. Your likelihood of getting audited in the next year or 2 years just increased, okay? Just 87,000 new agents. They could fit these 87,000 new IRS agents in Lambeau Field. Yeah. And there's probably going to be people in the standing room only section. Oh. This is a lot of IRS agents.
I like Lambeau.
These men and women that are now going to be working for the IRS are going to have to validate their job. They're going to have to find money somewhere to bring back to mama and papa, the government, the IRS. Hey, we found some money. Little Nicole White hasn't done her taxes. Let's rail her and get some more money out of her.
I don't want to get railed.
You don't want to get railed by the IRS.
No.
And so here's what I'm going to say to agents.
Please.
How often do you hear agents are behind on taxes?
Yep.
A lot. Mm-hmm. I'm behind. I'm delaying. I haven't paid 2 years ago. Yep. I got to clean up my... Get this cleaned up now. Hire a CPA. If you've been doing it on your own, stop. Get a CPA. If you're behind, get caught up immediately. So maybe don't take that vacation this summer. Start thinking bigger. Get a bunch more deals done. Get caught up on your taxes. Now it's probably going to take them 6 months to hire these 87,000 people and get your game really tight on your taxes.
I thought this was rapid fire.
Rapid fire, let's go.
All right, the next one, Wall Street Journal, big win for Serial Green home remodelers.
So this is another part of the Reduction Act here that they just passed. And so you may have heard about this, maybe not, but there's going to be $1.6 billion of potential tax savings for consumers. So if I'm an agent, I'm thinking, okay, how do I educate my consumers? Somebody's thinking about doing a new AC, a new water heater, a new skylight. Mm-hmm. Hey, did you know you can save X amount with this new act?
Love it.
Obviously, if you've got a remodeler that knows their stuff, have them come in and do a training with you and your agents about what the benefits are. There's a whole bunch of money they're throwing at this thing. And it's according to the Wall Street Journal, it's a big win for home remodelers. So align yourself with them, get the education you need, and then be able to articulate that. A whole bunch of the stuff is actually in this Wall Street Journal article.
We got a lot of Wall Street Journal.
This one here to me, just being the educator locally of what this means. Yep. How many people ask you, Nicole, like, what should I fix up in my house? How should I do it? What should I do?
9 times a day.
All the time.
All the time.
People are always asking you that question. And so being able to say, hey, if you do these things, your skylight's a little foggy. Oh, by the way, you get a tax credit.
I mean,
now.
We've always said that that's always the long-term game, right? Like you're not necessarily going to be listing their house this year, but give them 5, 6, 7 years when they will be listing. They're going to come right back to you.
And if you're the person that not only said, hey, here's what's going to get you the most money when you do sell. And oh, by the way, here's how you can save money by doing it.
Oh, and by the way, here's the guy that can do it.
And here's the guy who's aligned with Green Home Remodeling. This is a win.
Come on now.
Take advantage of it, okay? Like
for sure.
It's your tax money anyways. Go take advantage of it as an agent.
All right, the next one from Wall Street Journal. State, city pension funds post worst year since 2009.
Yeah, we'll show the chart here. Basically what happened during the pandemic is that they weren't, collecting some of this money. And so this is why this concerns me. And if I'm an agent right now, I want to dig into my local politics a little bit on this one and find out what they're doing. Do we have a gap in, money for these pensions? They've got to pay the firefighters. They've got to pay these people that they have pensions out to. And if they do have a gap, guess where they're going to get it from? What do you think? Property taxes.
Tell us.
I think property taxes is where they're going to go after, because if you're a local municipality, you don't really have any other income.
Okay.
You go after taxes, property taxes. So I want to understand that, because when I get the question on the listing, what do you think's happening to my property taxes? Well, in our town, we have a shortfall, or we don't have a shortfall for pension. If we have a shortfall for pension, here's what I think is going to happen with property taxes. They're going to go up.
Right.
Or we're pretty strong with all of our accounts. I've done the research. I've talked to the people at the town, and here's the position that we're in this town.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think your taxes are going anywhere.
I mean, that's actually quite an interesting situation, even from for a buyer, like if they're deciding between towns too, you know, give them a little bit of insight about what their future holds, especially since there's so many of these baby boomers that are looking to downsize. Let's make sure we're getting them into towns that they can actually afford in the future.
100%. What else we got?
All right, the last one, again, Wall Street Journal. SoftBank loses $23 billion on delirious investing.
I love the headline from Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with that headline. That was Wall Street Journal. Delirious investing. Mm-hmm. Listen, here's why this is important. It's important if you're a Compass agent. Okay, and, you're going to hate on Compass? Absolutely not. Not hating on Compass at all. It's important to note in this article that SoftBank sold their entire stake of Uber. Pretty good company, right? They sold out on Uber. Are there other investments in their portfolio that they may decide they don't want anymore? Now, I understand Compass is a public traded company. Somebody's got to come out and Elon Musk them and buy them out. I predict that happens. Wow. Okay. You just saw Opendoor partner with Zillow. I predict that Compass gets bought by either Berkshire Hathaway Home Services or Realogy/Anywhere. So if you're a Compass agent right now and you left Realogy, you left Coldwell Banker or something to go to Compass, and you're like,
right back
I don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
Maybe you should make the move before they make the move for you or on you. That's just my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm not rooting for it.
We're not left. We're not right. We're not middle.
And I'll tell you right now, I know of a decent producer at Compass who gave his or her notice to leave. And this is not a mega producer. Okay. And this person got a phone call from the CEO, Robert Refkin himself.
Yep. Saying don't go, stay.
Saying don't go, but stay.
And what did they offer? Anything good?
And
that's it? Just a phone call?
Well, a phone call and, there's an offer and whatever.
Yeah.
So my point about this, and I'm not going to give any names or whatever, but
we're left, right, and middle.
My point about that phone call is if the CEO of Compass is calling a producer agent at that level with how much middle management is between the two, they are in trouble.
Oh.
And they will be selling. That's my prediction in the next 12 months. So I'd be paying attention to that if I'm a Compass agent. But these headlines are, especially those first three, don't be that person that is so uneducated when you talk to the sophisticated home seller that it's like, oh, I don't even read Wall Street Journal, or I don't pay attention.
Well, they may not be able to read Wall Street Journal.
I don't look at CNN because I don't like the left, or I don't look at Fox News because I don't like the right.
Yeah.
Know what is going on out there, absorb it, and especially these headlines that are going to impact you. Listen, politics, housing, the stock market, the markets, the economy, it's all meshed in together. Yep. So you should know about this stuff and be educated with it when you get asked the question, or you're going to be one of those just 90% of agents that's just a dumb looking to. No, I'm just saying.
I like it. Uncle Byron's here. This is what the third segment should be called. Uncle Byron.
Hey, you know who calls me Uncle B?
I do.
Who?
Dan.
Danny Deals.
Yeah, that's why I called you Uncle Byron. I feel like it's like story time with Uncle Byron.
Look out for the Danny Deals vlog on the BAM YouTube coming up. It's going to be incredible.
We need to work on his logo, by the way.
Danny Deals?
Yes.
What, between two LB?
No, his team logo.
His team logo. You could coach him up in Dallas.
I'm going to coach him on that one. I'll be Auntie Nicole.
You can get some Auntie Nicole love in Dallas. If you hit the link below, we're giving away 2 free tickets to the Tom Ferry Summit. With that, you get 2 tickets into the BAM Bash, which is Tuesday night at the Summit on kickoff day. Nicole who else is going to be there with you? A whole bunch of people. Nicole's got a whole entourage. She's getting 9 people into the BAM Bash.
I am.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at me.
Yeah, look at you go.
Look at me go.
All right, glad to have you back.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back.
Will you be back next week?
I'll be back next week.
Virtual episode next week. Can't wait to do it.
Shit. Really?
Can't wait to do it with you.
Is this it? This is the last like me and you?
No, we're going to do one in Dallas together.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Come on now. Live from Dallas the following week.
On a Tuesday during the first day of the summit. How are we going to do that?
Yeah. We're going to just do it. We're just going to get it done.
I like it.
That's how we do it.
Maybe we do it on Monday.
We could. You never know. If you're there,
If you're there, you'll know.
Maybe you'll come to Nicole's Airbnb and see it live.
Yes.
In the comments, do you want to come to?
You just, don't invite. It's not like a sleepover. Like they just like.
Do you want to come during the filming of The Real Word? Well, one, you got to hit the link to get to the summit.
Got to get the link.
But let us know in the comments if you'd like to come to Nicole's Airbnb and sleep on the couch.
No, there's no sleeping over.
We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Keep it real.